Hey, and welcome back to the Deckprofile channel. In this part of the Purrely guide, I want to talk a little bit about the timeout with this deck. When you played Purrely a little bit, you already figured out that you lose in the timeout the most times because of my friend Purrely. And so I want to give you a few tips how I doing certain things to dodge the lose and timeout. Before you start your game, make sure that you always can see the timer of this current round. When you're playing on locals or something like that and there is no timer, make your own with your handy or with your watch. And that you always can see the time and how much is left for this match. This is generally helpful for every deck, but in this particular deck it's very important because you always lose a timeout. When I'm on major events, I try to get the seat that the timer or the seat on the table, that the timer is in front of you, so you can see the timer always doing the match. Try to avoid trash talk during a match, especially when you're in a losing position. Maybe when you lost game 1 and maybe 20 minutes are left on the clock, you have not the time to talk with your opponent. I know that is your opponent could think you are unfriendly or something like that, but you lose the game when you talk too much and waste a lot of time with this deck. When you and your opponent are side decking, it's at the first point really important that both of you have 3 minutes to side decking. And when you start siding, you can look at the timer, and when your opponent sides too long, you can call a judge. This is kinda, maybe your opponent think you are unfriendly, but this is very important that you don't waste any time on the whole match. Include this side decking, and to speed up the process, you have to know what you would like to side into every matchup. Every matchup that is relevant, of course. You can play against some decks you don't know even before the tournament starts, and yeah, so you have to think about a little bit about that when you play against some of these decks. But you know what you should side in and side out against the current meta. I think when I side deck against a meta relevant deck, I would say I do it in 30 seconds, and so I can after that shuffle my deck and present my opponent my deck, so we can start the next game really quickly. Sometimes it's a right thing to scoop a game really quickly. I had a lot of matches when the game starts and maybe your opponent goes first, and you know you lose the match when you're doing a FTK combo and in the past in Snake Eye combo, and you see your hand and say, there's no way you playing through this. Or in the current meta on the last tournament in Manchester, I played against Mermel. I won game 1, and in game 2 I played no hand traps. and it's really hard to play against Mermaid when you don't have any hand traps. And I drew my hand. I have engine, I could play, but not really a breaker. And the first thing he does is normal prince, and I know this is whole combo, and I scooped up and don't waste any time to get fast into game 3. So maybe it's game 1 or game 2, you wanna save a little bit time, but this time could save you in the last game. Check the timer after every game. Maybe you won the game 1 in 30 minutes, you have 15 minutes left for this match. You side decking, your opponent chooses to go first, he makes his combo, and so you have maybe 7-8 minutes left on the clock for your turn. And maybe you saw it before or doing the combo that you can't even break the board, you lose anyways this game. So you play usually this turn, and after your turn you know, okay, I have no cards left, I lost this game. So you side decking again, and what's happened is you going into game 3 with something like 3 or 5 minutes left. And you start your combo, activating my friend of course, because you need it in the most cases, and maybe you summon your Noir, but it doesn't matter, because your opponent has, after your combo, maybe 2 minutes left. So he starts their combo, special summoning X, Sword, whatever, special summoning every Riser card, and this he think about every play. That is a thing what's always happened. The combo is at this point when 2 minutes are left, and the wiser player has more life points. He thinks the combo is really hard at this point. He will think about every play he doing, and he stall out you for 2 minutes. He's special summoning whatever, but this is way too long every game. So what's happened at this point, you lose. You have 500 life points, or your opponent have 500 life points more, and because of that you lose game 3 and you lost the match. So that is really important, that you always quit or always scoop game 2, game 1 when you know that you lose this game. The next tip is a hair general tip, but of course in the Purrely deck really important, because of my friend. When your opponent plays too slow, say it early to your opponent that you should play a little bit faster, and when he don't respond to this or he don't play faster, call a judge. It's really important to call and judge really quickly when your opponent is too slow. The worst thing what you can do is when only 2 minutes or something like that are left on the timer, call then a judge. The judge will go to your table, but he has not enough time to see the place what your opponent is doing. So it's important to say it really quickly to the judge when your opponent stalls or could do their combo fast enough. Yeah. The last point and the biggest point is your opponent. Your opponent tries everything to win this match, to win in time. I saw everything. um, I had games. We are in siding for game 3, something like that, and he side 3 minutes, then pile shuffle the deck. After that, he picks up his deck and I made a side deck mistake and side again. After that, he shuffled again, and so he stalls so much time. This is unbelievable. So many people are disgusting when he tries to win in time against you. Or I had I think game 3 a match where my opponent every 30 seconds, I would say, asked me how much attack and defense Noir has. After every activation of Noir, he asked how much attack and defense he has, and he stalled so much time. This is unbelievable, and this is attentional. This everybody know that is attentional. He knows it, you knows it, the clock on the table knows it, that is attentional, but he tries. He asks every card, which effect can Noir activate, which materials are under Noir, which the stat line of Noir. This is so disgusting what people do to stall you into the timeout. I had another match I played on the German Open, round 1, against a player of a really big team and really good team in Germany, and we done game 1, we done game 2, and we going into game 3 with 22 minutes. In the side decking process, I saw my dogwood. I go first in this match. I saw my dogwood, and I think about it. And I say to me, no way we are going into time when there are 22 minutes left. So I let the dogwood in the side deck and side into helpful cards. He tries everything. He asked me what every card do. He asked about the stat line of Noir in every turn. I think more than 1 times. In the end, he wanna shuffle every turn my deck. I activate. I have Noir, and I activating nothing except the field spell, and I attached quick spells from the graveyard to Noir, and he says, "Yo, let me shuffle your deck." And he trying to do this every turn to shuffle my deck, even when I don't search. This was really disgusting, and he does everything. This is crazy. He asked me, of course, for every card. It's the next thing he does is ask me for responses. He knows that the game plan of mine is to sit on this noir until I OTK my opponent in the most cases. But after a time, after he asked me a little bit or a few times for responses, I said to him, I don't want to activate this noir. Play doing your combo, I will do nothing. But he still asks for responses. Every effect, every of his riser cards, especially the useless effects, he look at me and ask for responses, so he can waste more time. Shoutouts to the team of Junk's Playground at this point. And after I summoned Noir my turn and passed my turn, of course he forgot his combo. He played Rise Poor and the deck is so hard. After 10-20 seconds he decided to start with Bonfire. And the search, yes, so many search targets you have with Bonfire. But he decided to search X Riser, in Poor Riser, with Bonfire. And after he summoned Riser X, after 10 seconds again later, he think very long what he can search with X Riser. He decided he searched Sword Riser. Never seen this combo line. Yeah, every play takes so much time that we of course go into the timeout and I lost. And yeah, that was my experience, my last experience. Yeah, that was this video of the Purrely guide. Little bit different than usual, but yeah, maybe you find this kind of guide interesting. Yeah, what's your opinion? What are your stories of your opponent? What do your opponent to stall time? I'm pretty sure when you play Purrely, you have stories to tell, and yeah, in every tournament, big tournament, you lost minimum one game in time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see you on the next video.